All right, what's up, everyone? I'm going to come at you today with my top 10 transformation tips for 2022. So I did a top 10 transformation tips video a few years back, and it was super popular and helped out a lot of people. So these are tips that are going to help you with any fitness goal, whether you're cutting or bulking. These are just general tips that may seem obvious to some and may be completely new to others. So top 10 transformation tips for 2022, or if you're watching this, in 2024, you can apply these tips as well. So without further ado, I'll get started and I'll just rattle these off and give you some info with each one. So number one, always do cardio first thing in the morning or immediately post-workout to burn the most amount of fat. So a lot of people, this is an ongoing debate when to do cardio. I always like to do it first thing in the morning fasted. Okay, so all that means is you do your cardio before breakfast, before you eat, or immediately post-workout. Now, if you're doing the fasted cardio, you can drink water, coffee. All fasted means is you're just not having a meal before the cardio session, okay? So, for example, I'll give you an example. I wake up at about 6 a.m., and I'll drink 24 to 30 ounces of water, and I'll have 1-up BCAAs, and then I'll go do 60 minutes of cardio. Then I'll come back home and eat my meal. Okay, so fasted in the morning or immediately post-workout. Now, a lot of my clients will train with weights and cardio in the morning. Okay, so stay with me here on this one. So if you're doing weights and cardio in the morning, you want to have a meal, do weights, and then cardio post-workout. So you never want to do cardio immediately before training. It can kind of get confusing when you talk about it like this. So always cardio first thing in the morning fasted or immediately post-workout to burn the most amount of fat. Tip number 2 is don't combine meals if you miss one. So a common question I get is, hey man, I missed this meal. I didn't have time to eat it. Do I combine my next 2 meals? And no, you don't, because the body isn't going to be able to digest all that food at once. Okay, so if you miss a meal, you just go on to your next meal. You don't combine meals. So you just chalk that one up as a loss, and you just go on to your next meal. And going into tip number 3, if you miss a workout, this is a super common question too. If you miss a workout, you never combine the workout. So I'll give you an example. If you have chest on Wednesday and let's say back on Thursday, okay? So chest Wednesday, back Thursday, and you miss Wednesday's chest workout, you don't do chest and back Thursday. You just push your schedule back a day. And obviously I understand everyone's busy. They got busy lives, families, kids, etc. So if you miss the workout, that's okay. You don't beat yourself up over it. But you just push your schedule back. So you would do chest Thursday, back Friday. And obviously that's gonna, you're gonna have to adjust your schedule accordingly, but you never want to combine workouts if you don't have to. And that was tip number 3, okay? Tip number 4, I got my list of 10 tips to make sure I don't mess this up. Tip number 4, everyone always asks about supplements and are supplements required? And no, supplements are absolutely not required to have a great transformation. The most important part to having a great transformation is to follow your diet and workouts, okay? Supplements are just icing on the cake. Think of supplements as they help fill in the gaps of what you're missing. So let's say you have trouble sleeping, then you would take a sleep product such as Recharge PM Burner. Let's say you're not recovering, you're sore from your workouts, you're too sore, it's affecting your everyday life. You would supplement with branched-chain amino acids, maybe some creatine. Let's say you're having trouble getting all the protein in during the day, so you would supplement with a whey protein powder. So you don't have to take, obviously I'm sponsored by 1-Up Nutrition, and I've been with them for 7 years, but you don't have to take every supplement there is out there. You just take the supplements that you need to help fill in the gaps. So having said that, supplements are not required, but they absolutely help you get to your goals quicker and better. So I like to give the example, if you have 2 people, you clone yourself, you got the exact same genetics, exact same everything, 2 people with the same goal, one is taking supplements and one is not. The person who's taking supplements is going to see results, or is going to get to their goal quicker and see better results quicker, but over time, you may see the same results, okay? You see there? So supplements absolutely help speed up your progress. but it's not the end all be all. The most important part is to follow your diet and workouts exactly for the best results. Number 5, I got. So this is a really tricky one too. A lot of people will add extra calories. I call them hidden calories to your meal. So you don't want to add extra calories to a meal. So if you're using sauces and seasonings, that's okay, but you want to make sure there's 0-calorie seasonings or at least very low. And you do that by just looking at the nutrition label on the back. So if you're using a spice or seasoning, just look at the back where it says calories and make sure it says 0. Also, in the same breath, if you're drinking a fluid that's not water, drinking like a soda or a juice, make sure it's 0 calories. So things like diet soda is actually okay. Now, diet soda is not the healthiest for you if you drink a ton of it, but it doesn't affect your weight loss progress because it's 0 calories. Okay, so anything 0 calories is okay. Me personally, I'll do diet soda if I have to. And then I also do Crystal Light. Now, Crystal Light it's about 10 calories per packet. That's okay. So, I say 0 calories, but it can be 5, 10 calories too, as long as you don't have, like 30 of them in a day. But diet soda, Crystal Light, flavored water. And then, like I said, seasonings. Of course, Flavor King Seasoning is my company too. You can add seasonings to your food. Soy sauce, salt. Just make sure it's 0 calories is the idea. And once again, you do that by looking at the nutrition label on the back of the bottle. Going into number 6, prioritize your protein portion. Okay, so a lot of my clients will get their meal plan, and they may say it's too much food. Okay, so you got to realize most people are going from eating maybe one good meal and a couple bad meals a day to eating 5 clean meals on my plan, 4 to 6 clean meals, okay? So it is going to be a lot of food at first. It's going to be a lot of clean food, so you may not have the appetite for it. So obviously, the best thing is to finish the entire meal, but if you can't finish the meal, you always want to finish the protein portion, at least finish the protein portion, okay? So what I mean by that is there's 3 macronutrients: protein, carb, and fat. Protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And the most important one to achieving your fitness goals, building muscle, losing body fat, improving your body composition, is the protein portion. So you always want to make sure you have the protein portion, you finish the protein portion, and then if you can't finish the carbs and fat, that's not the worst thing in the world. So I'll give you an example. Let's do a meal, chicken, jasmine rice, and almonds. So chicken is obviously the protein portion. Jasmine rice is the carb portion, and almonds is the fat portion. So your main priority should be to finish the chicken portion of the meal. Then if you can't finish the rice and almonds, that's okay. It's not going to affect your progress as much as if you didn't finish the chicken. Does that make sense? So you always want to make sure you get the protein portion down, and then also understand that when you're starting a diet and starting to eat clean, it's going to take your body a few weeks to get used to the food and for your metabolism to get ramped up. So a lot of people will, they'll get the meal plan and there'll be a lot of food. Give it a few weeks, your metabolism will increase, and you'll start getting hungry in between meals. The key is to actually only eat the meals on the meal plan, okay? So you can't snack. I don't recommend snacking, because if you snack, you're not going to be hungry for those meals, and then that's going to stunt your progress, okay? So it's really important to only have the meals on your plan, and then give it time, and you'll eventually be hungry in between meals. And then once you get to a lower body fat, you're going to be starving in between meals. The leaner you get, the hungrier you're going to be in between meals. And just know that, if you feel that hunger sensation in between meals, it means you're losing body fat. So obviously that's a good thing. So always prioritize the protein portion, and then give it a few weeks for you to get hungry enough to eat the meals. Now, once again, the disclaimer is everyone is different. Some people may get their meal plan and say, oh, I can eat everything, no problem. So that's just for the people who have trouble finishing all their meals. Number 7 is for bulking clients, if you're bulking. So if you're bulking, a quick way to add more calories is to add more fats, okay? So a lot of young guys and girls will hire me with the goal to get bigger. I'm a big, bulky dude. So a lot of people will want to get bigger and gain muscle. And an easy way to do that is to add more fats. And I'll explain why. So you have the 3 macros that I went over: protein, carb, and fat. And protein and carbohydrates is 4 calories per 1 gram, and fat is 9 calories per 1 gram. Okay, so 4, 4, and 9. So if you add more fats to your diet, and when I say fats, I mean healthy fats: nuts, nut butter, eggs, red meat is okay too. So that's what I mean when I say fats. I don't mean like ice cream and stuff. So healthy fats to your diet. It's going to add more calories quicker and easier because they're more calorically dense. Does that make sense? So 1 gram for protein and carbs, 1 gram is 4 calories. For fat, 1 gram is 9 calories. So an easy way to add more calories is to add more healthy fats to your diet if you're bulking. When I was younger and bulking up, I would have like a handful of nuts with each meal. I would have a couple tablespoons of peanut butter with each meal. So that's just a quick, easy way to add more fats. And then if you're doing that and you notice that you're gaining unwanted body fat, all you gotta do is cut it down a bit. Just adjust your diet a little bit, lower the food a little bit, or you could add a little cardio, 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week, is also going to keep your body fat in check. Number 8, man, we're already at number 8. Number 8, as soon as you wake up, drink 24 to 30 ounces of water, just plain water. I wouldn't do Crystal Light. I wouldn't chug diet soda in the morning. Plain H2O. So what I do is I'll put like gallons of waters in my refrigerator. And then as soon as I wake up, I'll fill up a shaker bottle, which is about 20 ounces, 24 ounces, and I'll just drink that with nothing else, just water, and then I'll go do my cardio. So the reason for that is, obviously, we all know hydration is important. It helps, your bodily functions. It helps your muscle, your body. Not 75% of your body is made of water, or contains water. So water is super important, and a lot of people have trouble hitting their water intake. So just an easy way to do that is to chug 24 to 30 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. And once again, I just have the gallons in my refrigerator. And as soon as I wake up, I'll go to the bathroom, take a shower, whatever, and then I'll pour the water in a shaker bottle and just drink that with nothing else, just plain water and ice, maybe, ice. And then I'll go to the gym and do cardio. So that's how I personally do it. But I definitely recommend, no matter what your goal is, to get that water down first thing in the morning. And that's going to, kickstart your day off with hydration. And then you're already going to be closer to your water goal for the day. So I recommend about 4 liters or 3.75 to 4 liters of water per day, which is about 1 gallon. So 1 gallon per day. If you're a bigger dude, you can drink more. I mean, at least 1 gallon minimum. If you're exercising hard and training hard, you need a gallon to help replenish and, just help all the bodily functions perform optimally. So that's number 8. Number 9, a common question I get is, when's best to work out? What time is best to work out? And number 9 is, work out whenever is most convenient to you. So I'll just tell you what I personally do. I do my cardio at around 6 a.m., so in the morning. And then I come back later at about 1 p.m., 12 to 1 p.m. and do weights. Okay, so I'll do my cardio first thing in the morning, have 2 meals, and then go do weights. But I've been training 16 years. I've done it every single way you can do. I've trained at midnight. I've trained at 3 a.m. I've trained at 9 p.m. I've trained at 6 a.m. I've trained all times. And for me, I find it best when I train like early afternoon after I have a meal or two. But I don't really like to train too late at night because I'm lethargic and I'm tired. I mean, even if I do nothing the whole day, by 6, 7 p.m., I'm kind of getting tired. Okay, now, you just have to find what works best for you. The best time to work out is whenever fits your schedule. Now, the one thing that is absolute for everybody is always have a meal before you weight train. A lot of people are, get on this fasted kick, and I do like fasted cardio, but I don't necessarily like fasted weight training sessions. The reason being, you're going to burn off muscle tissue because you don't have the carbs or the food to fuel your workouts, okay? So you definitely need to always eat a meal before weight training. And for my guys and girls out there who are training super early, like 5, 6 a.m. I had a client training like 4:30, you still need to eat before. Now, you don't need to sit down and have a meal, but you need to have at least a whey protein shake, 1 scoop for women, 2 scoop for men, and then like a banana or a piece of fruit. Okay, so if you're weight training at like 4 in the morning, have whey protein, a banana. That's perfect. So you always need to eat before your weight training session. Okay, and that's where it gets confusing because I'll have clients who say, "Oh, well, I work out in the morning. Am I still supposed to? I do my cardio in the morning. Am I still supposed to eat?" Yes. If you're doing your weights and cardio in the morning, you wake up, eat, go do weights, do cardio post-workout. If you're separating the two, you do cardio fasted and then weights later in the day, or unless, of course, you can only go to the gym once, then you do weights and cardio post-workout. So you can see how it's very individualized for each person, and every person's situation, is going to be different according to their, their schedule and lifestyle. Where are we at here? We got, this last one is a good one. So number 10, I put be patient. I'm gonna give you some really valuable info here. So a question I get all the time is how much fat can I lose on your 8-week plan or 3-month plan or whatever plan they're referring to? And the answer, there's no set answer, because if the more body fat you have, the more, or the potential you have, or the more body fat you have, the potential to lose. There we go. So the more body fat you're carrying, the more body fat you have the potential to lose. So obviously if you come to me and you're 300 pounds, you're going to be able to lose more weight in 8 weeks than somebody who's 220 and already somewhat lean. Does that make sense? But I do like to say the most body fat you can lose in a week is around 1%. 1% body fat percentage, okay? And for most people, a healthy number is about 2 to 3 pounds per week. Now, you will lose more weight at first, just from changing up your diet and losing water and sodium. But the most amount you can lose per week percentage is 1%. And also, if you're super heavy, you may lose 5-6 pounds the first couple weeks. So if you're losing a lot of weight quickly, don't say, "Oh, it wasn't 2 pounds, I got to adjust things." So just try to keep on the straight and narrow path. And then as long as you're eating all your meals and following the cardio, you won't lose muscle mass, and you'll strictly lose body fat. Okay, so that was one thing. The most amount of body fat you can lose per week is around 1%. In general, 2 to 3 pounds per week, unless you're, heavier, and then you're going to have the potential to lose more, like I said. And then, I have a lot of people say, "Well, how much muscle can I gain?" So the most amount of muscle you can gain per week, average. These are, obviously there's outliers, but average is about 1/2 pound of lean muscle per week. Okay, so about 2 pounds a month. But this is the caveat with muscle. So your muscles are made of glycogen and water. Okay, glycogen is like carbohydrates. When you eat carbohydrates, it stores glycogen in your muscles. So every ounce of muscle you gain, there's more storage for water and glycogen. So if you gain 1 pound of lean muscle, your actual body weight may go up 6, 7, 10 pounds. So when I say the most amount of muscle you can gain is 1/2 pound per week, don't let that confuse you. There may be 5-6 pounds in a week. But that's kind of a good set path. Is 1% loss body fat per week is good. Then 1/2 pound of muscle gained per week is good. But once again, the muscle is the weight is going to vary based on how big you are. For example, if I'm gaining 5 pounds of muscle, that may be like 25 pounds in body weight. So that's where it kind of gets confusing. But if you're bulking up, I would look to gain, anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds on the scale per month. And then, a few pounds that will be muscles. So that's kind of how that works. So number 10 was be patient with your goals. And yes, obviously, you see me promote the 8-week plan all over the place. And that is my most popular plan, my most popular coaching plan. But that's just a start. You want to make this like, a lifelong journey, or at least, as long as you can. 8 weeks is just like a good start to get people in. And then once they see results, they'll be hooked. So just keep in mind, be patient with all your goals. Put in the work every day, and you'll get one step closer every day. So that was my top 10 list for 2022. Like, comment, subscribe, and I really enjoyed doing these YouTube videos. Let me know how you like it. Thanks for watching.